no settled wreckages, only one cleansing nova, and only 2 starve extinctions, so I think Carnage Tyrants in general may be a little difficult to deal with. But besides that, I honestly really like how the list is built. So we're going to give it a try. Wouldn't mind a second search for Ascanto as well. But it's a viewer requested deck, so making no changes. I apologize if my throat's a little weird tonight. Seem to have some sickness running around the home. And let's go. Also Dastro. I think the hand's pretty easily a keep. Based on what we're playing versus, I'll decide whether I'm shocking or not. Definitely not shocking versus a red deck. Don't care if it's Drakes, don't care if it's red deck wins, not just not shocking versus either of them. Gives me 2 cards, but if they didn't play anything great on 2, it's probably okay. So they're playing the bigger red list. Anything but a land obviously gets banned. To the bin you go. We will keep you. Oh wow, they don't have lands either. That could be good. Pretty sure I'd ditch anything that's not Sinister Sabotage exactly here. Because they're getting ready to be able to do something fairly powerful on their next turn. There's a chance that if he casts nothing, I do this and this. If he casts something low impact, I do this and this. If he stacks a bunch of treasures to play something nice, I'll just counter it. I'm going to ignore that. So hold control. Anything but a land gets binned. I think I'm just going to play Niv Mizzet here. There's a chance he kills it, but if he does, we get to draw several cards, which I think is fine. Not worried about them resolving anything nice here. Or 1 land away from being able to kill this now. Still have double sabotage. now we have a mass removal spell. Let's just do this one. Hold up sabotages. Probably sabotage nearly anything they play. If nothing else, I just want to surveil. And we have a lot of them in our hand. Surveil anything but a land to the bottom. Want to land so we can play Crackling Drake plus up. Not worried about that. So you can protect it with a sabotage. And if he uses multiple spells to get rid of it here, we just play the other one with a counter spell on the following turn. There's no reason to block. Like, we are attacky boys right now. Hey, White Korean. Yeah, things are certainly looking very nice for us right now. Couldn't answer the one Crackling Drake last game or turn, so they're unlikely to answer two this turn. They stalled on lands forever, though. So what do we want sideboard-wise? We probably want these guys. Between Frenzies and Treasure Maps, we probably want these things as well. I believe we can get rid of, like, some of these weaker creatures. Don't want to get rid of them all, though. I never know what to do with Search for Azcanta. Because, like, Search for Azcanta is a good card, but, like, it's not a great card. Actually, don't think I want the Cleansing Nova either. Actually, maybe I do. It kills enchantments. They didn't really play burn. Play some lava coils. They have Best Boy, but we have Invoked a Friend. They're definitely the mid-range version. Like, I feel like they're playing like the Ben White's build. Well, that is a bit unfortunate. See if I can find the Ben White's list. Yeah, I think they're a list similar to this. But they might not be. Long story short, we need a land right now where it doesn't matter what they are, really. Just trying to slow them down a little bit. Whenever I'm ever supposed to Cleansing Nova away the other treasure map. Not that we have a Cleansing Nova yet, I'm just spitballing in general. I wonder if we're supposed to. So right now we have a lot of choices. We can just cast Lyra and say, show me. I don't love that. We can Cleansing Nova the map. We can Teferi bounce the Rekindling Mage. We can Clarion plus copy it to kill the Rekindling Phoenix. Kinda just want to get rid of the map. Getting rid of the map might not be good enough. I'm going to cast this. I don't love tucking there either, but maybe we get a card out of our hand this way. The reason I don't love tucking there is just because like Legion Warboss so cleanly kills Teferi now. Destroy all creatures. Wait, we don't want to destroy all creatures, we want to destroy all artifacts and friends. That way they get to draw nothing out of the whole mess. Looks like they're going to get a mountain. We know they're drawing Phoenix now, so. So what can we do? Just pass. We can explosion the Phoenix on their turn. Draw just a bunch of cards. Nice. Congrats on the additional 4-0. Ooh, we got back up to Fairy now. That feels good. Back up to Fairy is lovely. It feels like we're living on an edge with the Teferi we have. I'm just going to tuck this. He's got enough value out of it. I initially had planned on using a Clarion to finish off the dude there, but I guess we'll just use the Silhouette now. Alright, well. Is that case we hit an explosion or something? Sure. Yeah. Well, this is unfortunate. We know where they're drawing, though. More than half of our draws have been lands in this long of a game, which is rather impressive. Probably just going to Clarion here. I don't want to take extra damage. Alright, deck. Again, more than half of our draws have been lands so far. Oh, this sucks. So we have to give them this? We certainly shouldn't be losing this game, but we are. They really have double burn spell again? Okay. At least it wasn't a double burn spell. Double burn spell would have been infuriating. Though I do think they've had an incredible sequence of draws. This was a play mistake. I should have bindinged first. In my mind, I was going to binding the Karn, and I changed my mind too late. So that was a really bad play. Should probably go ahead and concede. Like, I was going to get the Karn, but I started getting scared of just getting burned out, and I changed my mind. Well, that's disappointing. Feel like they didn't really do anything, and then they just beat us. I wonder if the games just go long enough to have all of these cards in then. They're not really aggressive. So maybe we don't need all of these? Still just don't think you're very good. Is this too much of a liability if they have Dare? I don't think so. It's still probably just fine. I don't think they have a more aggressive plan. I don't, like I said, I think they're just a big red deck. I don't know what else to sideboard out. I think they're just big red. I had to fumigate because they can also kill Experimental Frenzy, but They're probably not actually an experimental frenzy deck, are they? They probably just don't frenzy. They don't frenzy, I might not want. No, I probably want that. Well, I brought all of our big spells in as well. Sounds slow, but I believe it's fine. We have a negate for the first treasure map. Seems okay, but I'm a little worried about Direfleet just being able to steal it. I was hoping the gates would basically do the same work, is what I'm hoping. We have a very powerful hand. He's had treasure map on turn 2 all 3 games, I think. His best card in the deck by far. I don't think his deck functions without this. Yeah, Invoke can get enchantments and artifacts, right? Alright, so what do we want to do now? I think I just want to play this because I don't actually care if it dies. If he's got a Legion's War Boss or whatever to finish it off, good for him. If he's got a removal spell for it, good for me. The gate would be the best draw in my deck here. So I'm going to play my most powerful spells. Come get me, friendo. It's a good chance they have a Banefire or something, but how good would drawing an explosion have been? Oh, Niv before drawing, yeah. I missed a point of damage on the Karn there, didn't I? Guess you can just have the second Karn because I honestly don't really feel like dealing with this one. That was a pretty big mistake. I just realized we don't have a second white mana either. Not having a second white mana is a bit of a tilt. Still don't have a second white mana. You get a mountain. See if we hit an explosion. We did not. At least if it counts, I would have done the damage to this, so I don't think it changed anything since we never hit an explosion. Like this being at 6 or this being at that level, I don't think changes anything. But it was a mistake. You're not wrong. I'm just saying I think we're fortunate that it didn't change anything. doesn't negate that it was a mistake. It was still a bad mistake. I have just another negate for one of the cards in his hand. Probably won't counterspell anything but that. I don't really care about Arteferi. Care a lot more about that Karn. I mostly care about that Karn because he's got a Banefire. I assume he's going to kill my Teferi. Oops, not the right one. Let's try to play something that can end the game while we still have negate back up. It only does 5 damage right now, but that's fine. Again, not protecting that. Our Karn basically, or our negate basically has the words Karn written on it. Something else big to worry about. It might have been better to cast a Chemister's Insight this turn instead of search for Azcanta, but I'm wild. Oh, that hurts. They have Karn number 3 under top 20. It is Karn 3, right? No. No, it's the Karn that they redraw that I tucked, and I'm too stupid to realize that. Wow. I'm very bad at Magic. Very bad at Magic. Ooh. That's interesting. So, if I pay 6, so I flip this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can do this for 2. Which isn't quite enough, is it? We're certainly not putting it in our graveyard. I was just trying to decide whether we're flipping Search for Azcanta, which we are. Because we get to have all sorts of fun this turn. Alright, so start with this. And ping this, I guess? We'll do that. We'll ping that. We'll draw these 2 cards. Ping 1 here. And 1 here. Wait, what did I do wrong? We'll draw these 2 cards. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Korean's saying I messed up, though. I like how a fight with fire kills our two fangs. I knew I was getting all the Niv triggers. I knew I was getting 6 Niv triggers that turn. So he has to take something of ours. So the best thing he can take is this card-wise, and it doesn't kill either of these, so he may have to just take Chemister's Insight then? Well, if our opponent lets us tap out, this can't be good for them. I don't think they have enough mana to kill one of these, do they? I don't think I counted wrong. Yeah, I was drawing 4 because of the explosion. So they're at 16. We don't quite have enough to kill them, so... One... Pretty sure that locked it up now. Might have had enough already, in all honesty. But it's guaranteed now with the Clarion. That turn 2 negate, baby. Big red down. We were definitely going off that game. Our opponent had a pretty medium draw, though. Like, they were banking under a treasure map, and we were on to play, so we had to negate. That worked out well for us. That would have been a lot different game, I believe, if the treasure map had stuck. Also, I drew Nixalon's Binding on that last turn. I was pretty sure I sideboarded it out. I really thought I sideboarded out that Binding. So that's kind of awkward. Like, we even talked about it. See, White Korean says Binding seems great. I'm pretty sure he said that when I was siding it out. I don't recall putting it back in. Because I was afraid that he would be able to Daredevil and get his Fang back off of one of our own evokes. I really thought I sided it out. Oh well. Maybe I misclicked and drugged the Cleansing Nova out instead or something. Yeah, the big red decks are fun. I've not streamed one yet. We might try to get around to that at some point this week. I definitely feel like I need to. But I agree with you, they don't seem like they're very good versus control. I definitely need to play it though. Looks really fun, and I like Ben White's in general. Like, all of his decks have always treated me well. This hand's fine-ish. Like, the mana's super awkward, but I don't think you mulligan this type of hand. I think it's good enough. We have 3 different cards that draw spells. We can play one of these on turn 3. Assuming we don't find a way to, you know, turn them on before that. It's kind of awkward, though, because we don't even really have the option to turn 1 opt. I generally stay away from turn 1 opting, but, like, I like having the option, because, you know, if I see that we're paired versus White Weenie, we know we have to find Clarions and stuff like that. Take care, friend. Thanks for stopping by. Not a fan of 3-color decks in general because I'm just an unlucky human being. Like, I struggle with lands all the time. Like, even you can see, like, even in this game, like, this is the 4th game we've played so far. There was one game where we didn't have a second white mana, And then there's one game where we have really awkward mana coming into play tapped. I just run extremely cold with lands, which is why I don't like 3-color decks. I mean, like, we can pull out the Frank Karsten land table, and it can say my lands are fine, but I just do not draw lands correctly. It's just always been something that I've failed at. So we've had kind of land issues in literally 50% of our games. I mean, it's a small sample size. It's only 4, but for anybody who's watched my stream over a long period of time, can just attest that anytime we start going into 3 and 4 color decks, regardless of what the format is and regardless of how many fetches or shocks or duels we play, like, I just struggle. I wonder if I was supposed to play this on 2 just so I could have an opportunity to Clarion on 3 guaranteed. Used to draw 2 cards like this, which sucks, but apparently I didn't tap for white because I'm not bright. We only have 1 Cleansing Nova and 2, we only have 1 Cleansing Nova in our main deck and 2 Star of Extinctions in our sideboard, so I feel like we're going to be struggling in general pretty rough versus these Carnage Tyrant decks. Just don't think we're set up very well for them. It's like right now I want to play this, but like he's getting to move into the Vivian turn, but just passing seems terrible. And he tapped 2 green super fast, so like you pretty well know the creature's dying somehow. Oh, that's neat. Hey, sweet. I'm gonna save this opt for a while. Maybe the turn that we played Niv Mizzet will get an extra trigger out of it or something, because like I said, he's moving into Carnage Tyrant territory pretty quickly. Wouldn't mind to draw a Chemist's Insight or a counterspell of some kind. Don't want to just cast Niv Mizzet when we get no value out of it whatsoever and he could just have like a Chupacabra and kill it. Though if he doesn't play Carnage this turn or something, I might actually just go ahead and use the Opt now. Probably not using the Opt anymore, are we? Yeah, sure we are. Ooh. I like that, especially after he's already used 2 Contempts. Most of these decks only play 2 to 3 these days. Looks like he drew 3. Okay. Happens. Probably gonna go ahead and seal away this one. Guess I'll use this mana. Since I misclicked, I'm too lazy to untap it. I'd like to find a counterspell to protect our Niv Mizzet. Okay, you'd rather draw a card, that makes sense. Also means he probably has additional removal spells in his hand, because why would you do that versus a Drake deck that you probably think is a Crackling Drake deck? Just because almost all of these decks are Crackling Drake decks at this point. This is another pretty good draw. I might be playing this too slow. I might should just be jamming Niv and going with it. Also should have played an untapped land here in case the Opt found a Chemister's Insight. Assume he got Midnight Hunter back, or Reaper back, but I wasn't paying attention. He did. They really have nothing going on here so far. Alright, I give up. Still assume they're going to have a Chupacabra. The way they played the game earlier made it feel like they did. We don't have a counter spell, so we're not going to bluff anything. We found a second way to kill a Carnage Tyrant now, which is kind of nice. Speaking of which, here's one, but if you can't kill the Niv Mizzet, the Carnage Tyrant's not good enough anymore. Like, we just win if you can't kill the Niv Mizzet this turn. So getting back to Midnight Reapers. So actually Clarion's going to make him take 9 damage if he gets the second one in play? That's pretty wild. Could clear the board now, but I'll apparently have to yield to that one too. So this puts him at 12, and we're going to be able to do 12 damage to him with the Chemisters, or with this thingy. So we'll attack. We'll be able to do 13 technically, but it's fine. We'll be able to do more than 13, but so we get to untap these 2 lands. So we were going to have 7 mana, so we would have done 15 damage. Yay us. Alright, well, easy sideboard cards. We know we want this, we know we want this. I don't know if I want this. This card does things. It, like, blocks really well. Never really dies, but none of that seems good enough. Niv Mizzet seems insane, but, like, it still doesn't really seem good enough. I think I actually want negates. Silhouettes are probably okay, but not perfect. Explosions just maybe too like mid-rangey. Like they feel like they get stranded in your hand a lot while they're trying to duress you down. Of course, they can copy clarions to take out things. I don't know. I just don't know. If I knew how to sideboard, that'd be dangerous. I always fell at sideboarding pretty hard. I think my in-game decisions have been okay lately. Not great. Like, I'm not Eduardo Sajic, or however you pronounce his name, but like, I think they're okay. We drew our second 7-drop. Nice. Wildgrowth Walker's pretty nice. Ooh, it's pretty good too. I like how I played this Sacred Foundry here, so there's no chance I can Sinister Sabotage on 3 now. But I gotta be honest, I can't imagine anything I would have sabotaged on 3 anyway. Maybe I would have Jade Light? I'm not sure. But no, that was just a play mistake. I wasn't paying attention to my mana because I'm dumb. Wasn't paying attention to my mana because I'm not smart. Well, you know, 3 out of 4 cards in their hand. Hey, there's Nivy Bay. I'm definitely pretty uneducated. I did go to college. I got 93 credit hours. I'm just not bright. Well, that's kind of weird. I guess we just cast nothing then? Hold up to Sabotage? If he casts a Carnage Tyrant next turn, like, I still sabotage that, right? Just because we need to make sure we hit land, and we get to surveil even though it doesn't work? I'm pretty sure any spell he plays I cast Sabotage, even Carnage. JK. Probably don't counterspell that one. Not when we already have a Clarion in hand. Okay. I don't really care if he kills this. I don't know what they can play that I care about. I know he has this removal spell, I know he has this. Don't care if he kills this. What a lovely place to be when you don't care if they kill your creature. Don't really care about that either. I do care about not drawing lands. So they can buy Carnage back and cast Carnage this turn, which sucks. Red Rover, send us on back-to-back lands on over. That's not a land. It's kind of close, because if we surveil, we get to put 2 things in our graveyard, plus the Search for Azcanta, so it actually could be better than a land in theory. Again, I won't just surveil. Anything I surveil goes immediately to the graveyard here. It's got the Thrashing Brontodon though, which kind of sucks. Because the Thrashing Brontodon puts this in the graveyard. I really want this for a 6th land. I have not played this matchup much at all. We're basically just getting buried by not being able to cast our spells though. Well, we knew he had that. We know he's going to kill this because he knows we have these. He saw them from a duress. I don't think I care if he puts me down a little bit lower. Like, I don't think going to 3 matters too much. I think just hitting our land does. No, they had the answer for that. Which is fine. That's not a land. Not sure why you cast this here. You know I'm trying to resolve this. You know I'm going to lose if I don't. Not a land. Oh well. Back to trying to figure out how to sideboard. Maybe I underestimate Niv Mizzet, or maybe I overestimate Niv Mizzet rather. I just don't know how to sideboard here. Maybe I don't want any of the Sillaways. Hey, Shuncorp. Hey, Jeff. Sorry. I said Jeffrey, but I think it's Jefferson Lee. For some reason I combined it, your names. I apologize. I really just don't know how to sideboard. Sinister Sabotages just seem kind of bad. Can I take out all the counter spells? Except for like some negates. That doesn't seem good at all. Yeah, I have no idea how to sideboard. Just want to draw cards and play lands. That hand doesn't draw cards or play lands. This hand doesn't really either. Yeah, you're not a white land, so goodbye. This hand seems really, really bad for this match. That's not even taking into account that we have multiple white spells and no white mana. The hand itself doesn't seem like it does much. Like, these seem like two of the weaker cards in our deck in the match. Is that the land we saw? It is. Uh-oh. At least we draw a white source, we can gain 6. And by gain 6, I mean we're probably going to have to Clarion. This is going really bad. Maybe I wasn't supposed to bring this back in. None of my spells appear to matter. Great, now our Clarion kind of sucks. We don't have enough mana to combine it with the explosion. Sad. We could have combined it with the explosion too. For some reason I thought this cost double red. I'm an idiot. I'm so bad at Magic. Because people keep putting it in decks and think it's a playable Magic card when it's not really. Really hoping to dodge a Vivian here. I don't care if he kills this with the thrashing. I just don't want him to kill it with a Vivian. I'm bad at Magic. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I'm bad at Magic all the doo-dah days. So this is Karn. Could keep this and look for a Deafening Clarion, but I'm just going to be greedy. Based on their current life total, I don't think I'm even going to try to protect the Niv. I think I'm just going to slam it. And pray that one time that all of those cards don't kill Niv, which seems literal impossible. Literally impossible. Yeah, that's a magic word. You're not useful. That card's not really useful. Hey, now we can draw a second Clarion. Yeah. Or our second explosion. Or more likely, we can just die. It's big enough to kill that, technically. Did I tap something wrong? Blue, blue, red, red. Yeah. Blockers, baby. Having a gate to protect this thing, too. There goes our negate. Staying alive, staying alive. They're just tapping a lot of mana right now, which means they drew another Carnage. So we have to get very lucky. I don't actually like this, by the way. Because if I draw Star, I get a Memorial for free now. Where, like, they don't have to kill me fast. They can just play the slow game. This technically gives me another turn, but as if they don't have certain things. I'd rather look for a card that might let me win, instead of a card that lets me string along for half a turn. I kinda don't even have enough white mana to also play to Revitalize next turn. Positive notice, I can't Carnage this turn. Unpositive note, we put one of our Niv Mizzets on the bottom of our library. Did they have to think that long about just casting the third Carnage Tyrant? I've been tilted in my life. Again, I've definitely been tilted before. This is fun. Well, it looks like we've got one draw step. we missed. Looks like we survived a turn, though. Hey, we're going to survive another turn, assuming they didn't draw a discard spell. This is when you turn on Diana Ross. I think she's the person that sings Staying Alive. All we have to do is plow through 2 more of these. Should be easy. And when I say easy, I mean should be near impossible. Is it better just to draw 2 cards? It's not better to draw 2 cards because this could actually win the game next turn, right? If they can't answer it. Shouldn't have played my land before I cast this. Because there's a world where if we draw a shock land here, that we would have wanted to play it. So that we would have enough mana to Chemist's Insight into a star next turn. Do have the 4th Clarion, but... yeah, we just drew the stars, so... maybe they'll mess up and tap the Memorial to Folly for something? Oh, wait. No. No, why did I have to draw a land? Anything but a land? I tapped my white mana. Oh my god. I had a chance to win this game and I tapped the white mana there. Oh my god, so tilting. I play that bad after all this time. Why did I tap the white mana? Why did I tap the white mana? Now, so we're trying to draw an explosion here, or we're trying to draw the other star. So we have 3 draws that matter. And that's it. No, we could draw another Drake too. Hit the star. So the way Star of Extinction works, Star of Extinction only has the word target on it once. So if I pick his Memorial to Folly and he activates it, the target goes away and the Star of Extinction does not resolve. So when he had 3 mana up, I could not use the Star of Extinction. Which is why I said him having that extra land there was really bad for us, when normally it sounds like that would be a fine thing, right? Like, who cares? This is kind of an interesting turn. I kind of want to get the Teferi online, but I don't think it's safe to. I'm just going to pass turn here. Try to draw 5 cards. Because this card has 2 targets, so even if they can kill the Thrashing Brontodon, we still draw. We're basically just trying to fade a 4th Carnage Tyrant at this point. So this is probably a mistake, actually. There's a good chance that I should have just cast Opt here. Before I did the rest of this stuff. What kill conditions do we still have left? So we have 1 Niv Mizzet and 1 Drake. We have 1 Negate. Just going to take the turn off and try to find a Negate before we cast a Crackling Drake. I'm only going to take 1 turn off though. I'm not going to try this forever. Tap mana relatively quick there. That's sweet for us. Now we get to shuffle that Niv Mizzet back into the deck. We have 2 Niv Mizzets and a Negate that we're kind of trying to draw here. Alright, well we got 1. Feels like he F6'd at this point. Because the Crackling Drake kills in 1 turn, I'm trying not to cast a Crackling Drake until we actually have the Negate. Okay. Not too concerned about that. For basically all of the reasons we've already said. Alright, we hit our Negate. And Niv Mizzet too. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Niv Mizzet in case he's got Chupacabra. Or maybe he has a double removal spell. Well, especially after that massive punt that turn, I can't believe we won that game. We beat 5 Carnage Tyrants. It was just 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We beat 5 Carnage Tyrants in the top 27 cards of our opponent's deck. Wow. We got incredibly lucky. And I tried to throw it away once we started making the comeback. Just steers his things. Have to get incredibly lucky and make multiple misplays. Like, we made a misplay where we, like, the misplays that I know I made. We're not talking about misplays that I don't even know I made, just that I know I made. I could have lost the game with the Revitalize play. I could have lost the game by not having the 3rd blue mana on turn 3. I could have cast one Crackling Drake on a turn that I shouldn't have. That's just 3 that I know that I made, and obviously there's a million things that I probably did wrong. I'm just saying the ones that I personally caught in the moment. That was a heck of a cool game, though. You still playing Green White Tokens, Jeff? Jefferson? Chipotle's? I don't know how you pronounce things. I apologize. By the way, for anybody who cares, Sean Corp is the person who requested this 75. You said the green-black match is, like, easy for you, which is sweet. Wish our deck just had 1 or 2 more things to do in the early game. Yeah, there's been a lot of black-green this week. I got paired versus 2 of them yesterday, even, I think, and 1 already today. Hey, we won a dice row. We're not used to that. This hand's good. Can't complain about this hand. We have all of our colors of mana. We have an early opt. We have a counterspell on 3. Actually, match versus another 2-0. I'm really into Drakes right now, but I'm trying not to play it on Moto because I have it built on Arena, and I'm trying to use it for my Arena streams. But I think if I played a PTQ this weekend, and I don't know if I will, but I think I'm going to play black-green again. Probably something closer to Ginger's list this time. I'm probably going to go back to Midnight Reapers because there's been so many black-green matches. I don't think I'll play the PTQ though because it's for London, and I was only playing the PTQs the past couple of weeks because I specifically want to go to Cleveland. I do not want to go to London, so I probably won't even bother to play. Yeah, the maximized velocities are really sweet. You can do some things there. I think I want to land. Let's see, he solved this land, so this is the one we'll play. Apparently I didn't want to land. I was thinking in the same philosophy as I used to with Search for Azcanta in game 1 of Approach Mirrors. You would take a land every time because there's so many dead draws in your deck. That like a land's just better than your average draw. I don't know if that's the same in this type of match. I'm not super familiar with the control decks. You know, after rotation. I think this is the 6th time I played them on stream. I played them none off stream, but among those 6 times, like, we've played such a variety of builds that it kind of confuses me in general. I don't know if I would protect this, because I think there's a good chance if I protect this, he can just untap and Doom Whisperer. But I do think this is the best card in my deck. I think it's even better than Niv Mizzet in the mirror. See, like, he knows I can pay this, and that's a scary thing. I guess I'm just not going to pay it then, because I don't think we can beat a Doom Whisperer this early in the game. I'm tempted to just expanse that and then counter it, but I'm afraid he's got a counter spell back, so I'm not going to like do that type of risk right now. Alright, well, I will do it now that he can't counter spell back. Oh wow. What a nice play by our opponent. He actually didn't have anything, and I should have just let it resolve. Guess I'm going to leave this on top now, because he's like obviously going to take the Niv Mizzet. It was a really nice play by our opponent to syncopate that we could pay for. Yeah, and I'm going to keep it, even though, like, obviously we can't use it right now, but it just seems like it's better than drawing a Clarion, better than drawing a Silhouette, better than drawing almost every card in our deck, so. Guess I could have tapped my mana differently in case I'd, like, chained a bunch of spells into another opt. Hard punished. I'm actually going to put that one on the bottom. We have enough lands now to play the game. That's kind of interesting. Like, those are some pretty powerful spells, but I think you can get away with it. You're playing the slightly bigger build with Path of Discoveries and stuff, right? Or were you playing the one more like the Japanese Pro Tour list? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I guess I'm supposed to counterspell that. Oh, you're playing the full tokens. Okay. Wow, no Adonto main. That's surprising. Hopefully he didn't have a counterspell too. Actually, we know all three of the cards in his hand. It's those. So we know he doesn't have an Adonto. Alright, it's time to draw Teferi. That's not Teferi. Did our deck not hear us? This was a mistake. I didn't leave 2 blue up because I wasn't really paying attention. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of a Johnny. The list I played yesterday had a couple of Johnnies in the main, and they just were not impressive to me. I'm going to go ahead and use this so he can't syncopate it or anything. Like, we know the cards in his hand. I know there's nothing I can play here, but I just want to make sure it resolves. We're 32 cards deep in our deck. We've not hit a Teferi yet or a Crackling Drake. Yeah, Infinite to Catley, baby. Doing work. Wish Dream Eater got more play. I really like it. That card can do some serious work. Alright, well, we drew our badass B-boy. Hope that's not, like, sexist or anything. It's from a Crazy Town song. Guess I shouldn't say things that I don't actually know what mean. I wonder if I'm ever supposed to tuck this here. To guarantee some value. Oh, for the World Magic Cup. You're qualified? Nice. Ooh, that's a good one. So I'll get rid of that. Wait. Come on, that's not cool. It's not cool. Alright, well. Guess we're gonna tuck this. And hope they don't get to Surveil next turn. Oh, somebody just asked you. Fair enough. Hey, what did you just do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, ritual suit. Wait, the cast down, not ritual suit. I feel like we've lost this game. I didn't feel like this game was remotely losable, but we've drawn 38 cards and not really did anything. And now we're just dead. That sucks that you changed late. We are just dead now, I think. I don't think we can beat Search Fast Kanta. I think it's that good. I've not even looked at the STG Vegas list. I forgot about that. What the hell? I pressed F6, let me discard. It made me cast F6 3 times. I had to punt this game. Like, I feel like this game was just over and then we lost very, very easily. I don't think this game was remotely losable until I punted it. And now I don't think it's remotely winnable. I guess for streaming, we won't concede. I don't like them getting that back, because now I can just get my own Teferi and tuck it. I don't think it matters what I get. I don't think I can actually win. They've caught up with cards now. That's sick. Actually, if they don't have counter spells, if they don't, well, they have counter spells in our deck. We already see a syncopate. So we make them draw 10 cards right now. They have to have us dead, but we know they have a Sinister Sabotage in their hand too from things we've saw. Maybe we can get them to discard it somehow? Or like cast it on something? We'll be able to get a Niv Mizzet back next turn though. Which is kind of what I think they should have got the first time. I love it if they'd somehow find a way to tap too much mana. I legitimately don't think it's possible. I was right. So we know they have a counterspell in their hand, so we can concede, but casting my spell for the fun of it. Draw 12 cards, opponent. Cool thing is, if they didn't have a counterspell, this would actually win. Maybe we can draw Revitalize into 3 ops and he won't bother to counterspell it. Still wouldn't be enough. We do get to see their entire 75 basically though. Those 2 syncopates, 1 sabotage so far. And I assume another sabotage? Yeah. Well, we saw a lot of their deck. Cards that probably suck. Cards that don't suck. Am I supposed to bring Invoke the Divines for searches and stuff? Feels like we can't beat those cards. Well, you think they'll bring in Thief, so maybe I need the Sillaways too then. Let's do we sideboard out. Not good. Not really good, but I can't go to 5 when we have any lands and an opt, I don't think. 3 color decks go. To the bottom of your library you go. Oh cool, to the bottom of the library our next best card goes. I don't think we'll get to shuffle our library this game either. They have multiple discard spells when we mulligan and we're stuck on lands. It's really bad for us. Mister's Insight one time. What were they shocked for? Say when holding a gate or something up. Eh. Bluff called? This is weird. Probably just gonna Eldest Reborn and kill this now though, and then we proceed to lose the game. Unless we draw one of our two divines. This match feels kind of miserable. Alright. Well, goodbye, Silhouette. You'll be missed. Pay life for that one, too. They have to have a counterspell, they just don't care enough to use it. Why do they keep shocking and then not using their mana for anything? It's not like they can bluff in a game where I can't. I'm like literally drawing a card off the top of my deck and playing it. What are they bluffing? This is a weird card for them to sideboard in too, I think. Maybe I should have left more than one Clarion in the deck. I did leave one in though. So let's just draw it. I wasn't thinking about this card, or I would have left 4 Clarions instead of the 3 Silhouettes. So I'll put that on the bottom. He just gets to kill it with an attack at best case scenario anyway. No disinformation campaign one time. Oh, they tap 3 mana. Wait. Is this card playable? Card doesn't seem playable. I took out to revitalize this, so I don't have to worry about leaving red or white mana up. One time negate. That's not a negate. Last card in his hand, random contempt. Well, that's everything. We don't have any good draws left. Oh wait, he shuffled our library for us. We have a lot of good draws. We don't have long to get to them, but we have them. spoiler, that land's not one. I shouldn't have played that land either because next turn... Oh no, playing the land's fine. Alright, well we have one turn to draw a Deafening Clarion or the game is 100% over. But we have one. That's not it. Oh well. So if I'd brought in 4 Clarion, or if I'd left into 4 Clarions instead of Sillaways, we had a chance that game. So maybe that was a sideboarding error. I certainly wasn't thinking about Night Vale Predator thingy. Like, that card did not cross my mind. Yeah, that game might have been winnable had I played it better, or if I'd sideboarded better. Match in general felt pretty miserable, though. This information campaign is really, really good in a control-ish mirror. Though he didn't play any game 2, which is why we had a chance. If he'd played him game 2, we would have just lost very badly, I think. Ugh, it's taking forever to get an opponent. Put us down to 2-1, right? Yeah. Red Rover, send an opponent on over. Come on, dog. I don't remember if I did my Eternal Daily, and it resets in 29 minutes. Pretty confident I did not do it. That's disappointing. I don't have it on my phone anymore either, so I can't do it while we play. The hand seems slow as hell, but it's probably a keep. We have 8 2 or 3 mana like removal spells, so there's a pretty good chance that we draw one by the time we need it. I'd like this hand a lot more if we were on to play. We've taken 1,000,000 damage already. And we're going to take 1,000,000 more. Or if I'm supposed to counterspell that. Feels like that was a card I can counterspell. Oh, they had to have another one. Boo. Boo. I mean, yay. Yay. I think Red Deck Wins is incredibly powerful. If we get out of this next turn without them doing anything crazy, we'll be so good. They didn't do anything crazy. Alright, brick. Brick. It's not bricking. So we know we want to counterspell their next play, so I think I'm actually just going to do this. Up she goes. Well, not their next play, but the play after this. So we know their next card is a flame thingy. We know we want to counterspell the flame thingy. Well, in theory, we could just tuck it again, but... killing it seems funner than tucking it again. Or counterspelling it seems funner than tucking it again, I mean. Because, like, we're getting into the territory where we might be able to win the game with, Teferi at this point. Some chance they concede here. A lot of people get tilted from this type of situation. I don't think they should. I think conceding would be a mistake, but I think there's a real chance that they will. Oh, okay, they did. Yeah, like, I think that was still a very winnable game, especially if the risk factor's in their deck. So these seem good. These seem good. I think this seems fine. What is bad? Your slow ascend. You might be good. Sinister Sabotages do some things, but like they're not everything. I don't know. Like we're on the draw. Are we really going to get to sabotage anything? I don't know. Probably just don't want that. Two's probably enough. We never want to draw really more than one in a game. Could argue that the negates come in, but I don't know what I would take out. Oh, I didn't mean to take out 3 of these. Don't know what I would take out for the other negate. I feel like there's a chance it's supposed to come in. Alright, decided. Think the negates are a dead card versus Flame of Keld Red? Like, I feel like his deck's going to be chocked full of burn spells. I think there's going to be more spells than creatures in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Land? Whatever. Give me my land. Thank you. That's an experimental frenzy. Which is 4 life for us. Show us an answer. They said, there you go. Showed. They answer that though, they're going to have less of a chance to answer Niv Mizzet. We ain't hit a land this turn, so. Oh, really? Oh, I could be wrong about the negate. I was thinking they would have a bunch of treasure maps and Flame of Kelds and experimental frenzies, and that like all of those cards can win the games on their own. It was what was going through my mind anyway. Show me another. Well, I can't answer both of you in one turn, so. I'm pretty sure just 5 drop into 6 drop's gonna take this. Yep. They done, and we've locked up a pity chest. Yay! Yay, yes! Pity chest in the house. I wanna dance like there's no tomorrow. We're like 39 hours away from Artifact release, give or take. Big ups. Artifact, where are you? Artifact! We won the dice roll for game 5. And we got a good one. Well, sorry, we have an easy keep. Whether it's good or not will depend on what they're playing. It says they were last seen playing Golgari midrange just 3 days ago, so this hand will probably, in fact, not be a good one. But I still think it's an easy keep. Ooh, I guess we're going to just jam one of these. Makes it especially easy to do when we can next turn play our Teferi, tick up, kill this, and maybe they'll spend a contempt or something on this. No such luck on the contempt, but still feels like it was a relatively easy assignment, or decision, rather. Maybe they'll try to attack it and we'll save some damage. Because I assume they're going to have an answer here. But we save 2 damage waiting like this. It's a hard choice now. And the reason it's a hard choice is we play Niv Mizzet and they just have Vivian, we lose. Maybe we'll hit. I think we just need to draw cards. So now if it's Vivian, at least they're going to tick down. Maybe we'll draw an Opt or something and be able to finish a Vivian off. Should I ever take the damage here? I think I'm supposed to just take the damage here. Because we know we're casting Vivian, or we know we're casting this. And we don't want to let them get a 3. Just in case we draw an Opt. We don't want them to have like a Brontodon or something cheesy and kill the Silhouette and get the Ravenous Shoot back. Just kind of hoping they miss on these turns. They hit another Chupacabra. Alright, well, we just, like I said, we were going to lose. We're going to lose. Let's have too much going on. I think I'm supposed to make sure I get some value here. Just in case they have like an easy contempt or something. Oh, they just have another Vivian. I get to draw some cards. What they have is better than what we have so far. They still have 4 cards in their hand, plus a Vivian, plus a Memorial. This isn't any good. We need to draw an Explosion now. Or maybe even a Cleansing Nova, depending on what they draw. Looks like we need a Cleansing Nova. At 3 Silhouettes, though, we can technically keep Teferi alive, which is amusing. I can't think of anything that would let us come back from this game. Not with our life total. Not with their life total, plus, you know, they have Carnage, plus Memorial, plus this, plus these. Well, we're not dead this turn. So we have that going for us. Our friend is dead. Niv Miz is not even a good draw, causing a Memorial. Right on time, Sinister Sabotage. You do nothing. You got me. Wonder if there's any chance I was supposed to just cast a Naked Silhouette last turn and Sinister Sabotage it for a scry. Wouldn't have got there anyway. We don't have most of those cards. So we have 2 stars. I guess the Disdainful Strokes are okay. So we're supposed to take out some Silhouettes. I assume he's taking out all of his Silhouettes. He probably doesn't have more than that. Negate? Okay, it has to be worse than Disdainful Stroke. Whose list are we even looking at?
One of the puzzle here, Brian Lynn, unshaken attacks with everybody.
Kind of want to side the other Niv Miz in, not out. Kind of want that too. Just don't want that card at all. I really just kind of want to bring this in. Let's check out what their board looks like. Let's see what their deck list looks like. So they take out all their Silhouettes. How do they win the game? Guess I could bring the Negate in. I don't think I want very many negates. They actually don't have a lot of spells. Yeah, this sounds fine. Oh no, Llanowar Elf. Oh. I would have liked the Llanowar Elf, because now we've lost the best card in our deck. That's disappointing. Now we have literal nothing. We actually have nothing now. I'll be shocked if we come back and win this game. Yeah, I know who Michael Bonde is. He's a good player. Alright. Take a hit here in Chemisters, I guess. Then reevaluate. It's kind of weird that they're still casting things into the Deafening Clarion that they know I have. So, like, maybe they're wanting me to tap out? It'd been nice to draw a negate there. No, he's really good. I like his entire team. I usually steal their commander decks. Almost exclusively steal their commander decks. Whatever. It doesn't matter what lands I leave untapped. I was a little greedy, but I didn't want him to get another activation. This shuts it down forever, which is kind of cool. So we know about that. Oh, that one's disappointing. They've drawn so many more cards than us this game. But at least we have this Chemister's Insight. Just go ahead and commit this. Right on time, Sinister Sabotagerino. We still have so many things, though. We've gone through 3 of our rafts now. And they drew a Brontodon. So few builds are playing Brontodons, even. Alright, well, we're just dead. Should have let him get the extra card. Now I don't think we can win. We can do this for 5. Doesn't really help. I guess I should kill that. Hey, we drew our last raft. Better lucky than good, friendos. Whatever, nobody cares about the fairy. How do we draw that many cards and still not have anything useful? We just have, like, all the lands. We've drawn 14 lands in less than half our deck. Less than half. Alright, well, we got 2 rafts we're drawing towards. I can resolve. Casually draw every card in our deck, not good enough. That's my favorite. We can protect this thing from 2 different removal spells, though. And then that gives us a chance to draw a Crackling Drake or something. There's a Crackling Drake as well. Are we gonna get lucky and win this game? I feel like we're gonna get lucky and win this game. They're at 9, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well, we don't have enough, but we can survive. Oh, he's conceding. Yes. how did we how did we win that game? I mean, I guess we drew like 13 extra cards. I still thought we were going to lose. But yeah, he's got a teammate and or a friend named Andreas Pedersen or whatever. His name is, and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but like Echo Baron in it's ECOBARONEN. But yeah, I copy all of his commander's decks for the most part. Dude is a boss. I really want to change anything? Probably not. Kind of want another negate now. He drew like a bunch of Vivians fairly early, so like maybe he just has a whole lot of them in his deck. I'm gonna take the Ixalan's Binding out now that we see Thrashing Brontodon as well. Maybe it was wrong to ever bring it in. I'm gonna bring one of these two cards in. Just not entirely sure which yet. I think I'm just gonna bring this in. I kinda like the card draw. Wait, I'm copying yours? I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna keep this. I have no idea what you're saying. What did I say? Oh, copy your commander decks. Yeah. Well, technically, you've never sent me a list. Or I've never really looked at it. I was just building that style of deck. Yeah, so this is actually very problematic. We don't have a clean removals for it outside of Silhouette in our deck. And we sideboarded the Silhouettes out. I mean, we have Teferi, but you know what I mean when I say clean. Like, this can actually kill us before we do anything. I'm using your generals, but I'm not going to use your 100. Definitely to the graveyard. Uh-oh, problem o'clock. This is a 3-turn clock. Really needed to be able to kill Vat this turn. He knows we have a lot of Silhouettes, so there's some chance he plays around it. Let's see how much he values this Wildgrowth Walker. I would value it fairly highly in the match, but like, yeah, you have no idea how many Cleansing Novas and stuff I'm playing, so like maybe you just can't value it that highly. I actually have to have that. I just have to have lands in general. It lets me kill this. Still going to take a massive hit this turn and a minimum of a massive hit next turn. Really didn't want him to get to 4th. So we have to have a white mana or we're basically dead. Or we have to have a mana or we're basically dead. And this mana is not good enough because we can't shock. Alright, well we got lucky to still be playing. We got lucky to still be playing. We have to see whether he kills the Teferi or attacks us here. I think a lot of it will depend upon if he has a second play in his hand. Do I want to put that in our graveyard? I think not, actually. Like, we're getting really close to playing the Star of Extinction. So if he kills Teferi this turn, we can Star. Oh no, not that. That's so good. And you get to kill the Teferi. Sick. Sick, homie. Oh, ouchies. Oochies. Maybe. I think it's better just to play this one. Even though we get 2 cards the other way. Because I'd rather have the Teferi as a follow-up. We kind of know what they're drawing because of our tucks. Well, we know one of what they're drawing. I guess we technically know both of what they're drawing, right? So we know the next card. Am I willing to go down to 1? I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember the next card. Next card was a Branch Walker, right? No, it's a Midnight Haunting. Or a Midnight Reaper. That thing the hell out of here. There's a good chance he's got a Contempt in his hand here. Just the way the game's played out. Wow, really? No Contempt? I'm flabbergasted at that. So we know their next card's Midnight Friend. You know, that's useless versus the Midnight Friend. I think I actually just want that again. Because it lets me go 2 cards deep. Did we play a land this turn? We didn't play a land this turn, did we? Not going to either, are we? Finish this. Man, wish you'd bring me some food. Alright, so they drew 2 cards this turn. And then they conceded. What? Wait, what? Why did they concede? They have Carnage Tyrants in their deck still. That's the second opponent that I think was not likely to win, but had a game state that they could have won. And they're just like, I don't want to play anymore. I mean, obviously we're a massive favorite here, right? But, like, they don't know our hand. And it feels like they could just draw running Carnage Tyrants or whatever and us be in a massive amount of trouble. Like, there's only 3 answers to Carnage Tyrant in our entire deck. We played one of them. I mean, we were going to get to draw a massive amount of cards. Like, we were going to draw 2 cards at the end of his turn. We were going to draw a card on our turn, a card for Teferi, a card for Crackling Drake. 2 cards for Revitalize. I mean, like, he probably can't win. Probably can't win, but I don't know. You've saw crazier things. We had an opponent cast 5 Carnage Tyrants on us earlier. So, like, it's not unreasonable to think that he just, like, plays Carnage Tyrant, or, you know, something like that over the next couple of turns. But whatever, we took our 4-1. We beat 2 black-green decks, which was pretty nice. We beat Big Red, and then we beat Red Deck Wins. We got crushed by Blue-Black Control. I do think I sideboarded poorly versus Blue-Black Control. Like, maybe we had a chance game 2 had I sideboarded better. But I did not. And, you know, hey, that's just what it is. Match feels pretty hard anyway, though. Like, X number of duress, X number of fault erasure, X number of the blue black card. Why am I blanking on its name right now? Campaign. This something campaign. I don't know. And then like X number of Eldest Reborns. Like that really should do a work versus other control decks. But he didn't want to waste time. I mean, some people. We had to get incredibly lucky there, and he drew like pretty poorly. So I guess he just tilted off. I don't know. It happens. I get tilted from time to time. I'm not that. It sucks for him, but for us to win game two how we did, and then him to get that anemic of a draw game three, and us have like every single answer, like I don't know, just seemed pretty good. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Though we do have 17 people, so I will try to find somebody to host real quick. Yeah, this is who we're going to host. We're going to host a dude playing Blue Black Mill because there's nobody that I follow playing Standard. But anyway, take care, everybody, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. And if anybody is new here, keep in mind that this is day 507th in a row that I've streamed. And also keep in mind that I put a new a video up on YouTube nearly every single day. You should check the links below the stream and go follow it. Following it's free and doesn't hurt you. But take care, everybody, and thanks for stopping by. Well, I still appreciate it. It makes me look like less of a failure because, considering the fact that I've streamed 507 days and I don't even have an overlay, I don't have alerts, I don't have anything, I'm a pretty pathetic streamer. So I highly appreciate anybody that does watch, even if they are going to do something like that. But take care, everybody, and thanks for stopping by. Go watch Jason Chung. He's fundraising to go to PT Cleveland. He has a silver invite. It's a really cool pro. Take care, everyone.